Hello everyone, this is Rhoda from Rhoda Cards, and this is video number 3. We are going to do an inside spinner card. This is the card that we're going to be making today. Isn't that cool? This is a Father's Day card. I have recently made one of these for Mother's Day, but I'm going to take the same technique and make a Father's Day card with it. So these are the stamps I'm going to be using. I'm using Simply Sport by Stampin' Up, the football stamp by Close to My Heart, and the Father's Day stamp by Close to My Heart. These are the different things that you will need. We need a card base, which is 8.5 by 5.5. I'm just going to fold this in half, but you can score it at 4.25 and then fold it. We need a piece of paper that is 8.5 by 5.25. You will see my little sheet here says this side up because this pattern paper has a direction. So you want to make sure if you have a directional paper that you put it in properly, or else it's going to be upside down on your card. You need 2 small pieces that are 5 1/4 by 1/4 of an inch. Need 2 of those. And another piece of the same pattern paper that is 5 1/4 by 3.5, and that's going to be for the front. Again, you want to make sure you put it on in the proper direction or you're going to have it upside down. You need a little piece of string, which is this is just white thread, sewing thread that I use, just a small piece. Now I have already stamped my footballs. You need 2 of these. I've stamped them and cut them out already. You can use just about anything for the inside spinner part, but you want to make sure that it is the same size on both back and front so you can put them together. If you have a piece that's a different, it's not symmetrical, then you would have to put something solid behind it, like just a circle or a square or something behind it. We need a little piece. I've used brown to match the football theme. That is 2 by 1 3/4, and a small piece of white for stamping, which is 1.5 by 1 3/4. Now I have already done the stamping on this and put it together, but I showed you the stamp that I used. I used some brown ink. This is chocolate chip ink from Stampin' Up is the ink that I used. And then black, which is Memento. I always use the Memento ink. All right, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to score this sheet. That's the first thing that I'm going to do. Get my scoreboard out. And score this. Now this is the piece that goes on the inside, and you need to score this. You're going to score it right in the middle, which is 4 1/4. And this is going to fold in this way, so I'm going to score it here, 4 1/4. Now you also need to score it at the ends. I'm going to flip it over and score the back piece because this is going to fold out the other direction. And you're going to score this at 2.5 from this side, and then you can score it at 6 on this side, and then these are going to fold this way, and the middle piece is going to fold this way. So this folds in. I'm going to make sure that it's even here. And then these pieces fold like this. Again, I want to fold these and make sure that they line up right. I'm going to move this mat out of the way and use my bone folder. Okay, now again, this paper has directionality. Okay, so this is upside down. This is right side up. Now to make the piece for the inside where the football spins, I'm going to use a punch and punch a hole here. Now you can use dies with this if you want to. I just have a punch. I think it's really easy to use, so I just use a punch. I just put it right down in the middle here. Make sure that it's the same from both sides, right in the middle, and then punch. Again, make sure it's at the top so that when you put it inside your card, your paper is the right direction. I use the EK punches because they give me just a little bit more space at the top for where I'm going to put my string. This little piece of string here. Now before we do anything else, we're going to put this string on. You're going to put it right down the center fold, right in the middle of this area that you just punched out. Now I use this tear and tape or score tape or whatever you want to use, whatever one you're going to call it, and I just pull some pieces off, and I put a couple of pieces on here. That's why I like the EK punch, because it gives me a little bit more room to put some extra tape here at the top. You just hold it tight, and I put this down to hold that on there really good. I'm going to put another one on here to make sure it holds really well, because remember, you're going to be this piece is going to be moving. So you want to make sure that this piece is down really, really well. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing with this end, and I'm going to tape it down really well right here. Now when you put this in the card, you're going to spin that football before you put it in the envelope. So when then the person gets it, when they open it, it's going to spin. So make sure those are down really good. I'm going to cut off the extra string here. And then that piece is ready for the inside. Now here's our base. I'm just going to take this and I'm going to fold it in half. Again, you can score it at 4 1/4 if you want. Makes it easier for you to fold. And then give it a crisp edge with your bone folder. That was my cat trying to jump into the window. Now we're going to fold this. This goes out. These sides go up. I'm going to put adhesive on this side because I'm going to put this side down first. You can use any adhesive you like. I use the tape runner. It works pretty good for me. You can use liquid glue or whatever you want to use. Now, when you put this piece in, you want to line it up over here on the left. I give myself a little edge around the paper. Put that down. This is going to fold over and it's going to stick down like that. So now we want to put adhesive on this. Then make sure it's facing the right way. Fold it down and give it a good press. And then when you open it, there's the inside. Okay, we can do the front of the card. Okay, this is the front of the card. Okay, I'm going to glue this piece down. Again, make sure you put it going the right direction. You have directionality paper. And then these two little pieces I'm going to put along the edge, along the side here, just for a little something different and some interest on the front there. Now I use liquid glue for this because the tape runner is a little bit too long to put on here. It'll stick out the sides. So I just use a little bit of liquid glue. And this is Liquid Glass from Close to My Heart. It's a really good glue. Liquid glue gives you the ability to move things around just a little bit when you stick it down, because it gives you just a few seconds before it dries, so you can move it if you need to. Whereas a tape runner doesn't. Once you stick it down, it's stuck. You can remove it, but a lot of times if you use tape runner and try to remove it, it will damage your paper. So if you're using that, make sure it's where you want it when you put it down. All right, I put those two on the edges. Now I'm going to put my little football player right there in the middle. And that's going to go right in the middle there. All right, we've got our football on the inside. I'll put the lid back on my glue here before it gets stuck. Now with the footballs, to go right in the middle along that string, you want to put adhesive right down the middle of the football. Now you could use a bigger circle on the inside and put your football like this, and it will spin, this way. However, my circle is not big enough for it to spin like that, so I put it on this way. And make sure that your football is within the circle so that it doesn't get stuck by the sides when it spins. Also, I make sure that I put the football on the same way. It doesn't really matter, but I put it so that the stitching is on the same side. So we'll add the adhesive to this side of the football. And then again, I'm going to put the stitching on the same side. So it's on that side. And then we're just going to glue it down. Sometimes it can be difficult, but you want to line it up right exactly on itself, so it gives it that little bit more seamless action when it spins around. You just press down on it, and that's the inside. Now I have this little piece on the inside that we can put there on the inside. I've already stamped that as well. And I'm going to put adhesive on it. Now you can make this for anything, not just Father's Day. So you can put a different sentiment on the inside, make happy birthday or whatever you want to make it on the inside. And that's our card. Now how do we get it to spin? Well, when you open it, you're going to take the football and you're going to twist the football one direction and twist it, 15, 20 times, however many you want, and then hold it as you close the card. And then you're going to put it in the envelope, and when the person gets it, pulls it out and opens it, it will spin. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope this gives you some creativity and something to try. If you like my video, click the subscribe button down below and click the little bell, and it will tell you every time I upload a video. This is my third video, and I hope to be bringing lots more videos to you soon. So have a great day, and hopefully I will see you soon. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye-bye.